AITA for telling my wife my childhood friend will never forgive her for what she did. My wife, 32F, and I, 34M, have been married for 6 years, together for 10. We have a 4-year-old son. A few years ago, my close childhood friend, 34F, got married. We've been extremely close since we were kids. Both our families were dysfunctional in different ways. At one point, my dad cheated on my mom with her mom, they got married, divorced a year later, and we basically ended up abandoned by both sides. Through all that, we became really close with each other. She even has 2 tattoos that relate to our bond. I would have gotten a tattoo too, but I'm sort of scared of needles. My wife was actually close to my friend too, and never showed signs of being insecure about our friendship, until postpartum hit. After our son was born, she really struggled. Her emotions were all over the place, and she became extremely insecure about my relationship with my friend. I was supposed to be man of honor at my friend's wedding, help plan things, and be a big part of the ceremony. But my wife was so anxious and uncomfortable, she begged me not to attend. It made me really sad, but I chose my wife. I told my friend I couldn't go and told her why. She was really hurt by it. Not angry, just really sad, but said she understood. A couple months later, my wife fully recovered and apologized, both to me and to my friend. I forgave her. My friend, however, didn't. When my wife reached out to my friend to apologize, my friend was polite but direct. She said she never wanted to speak to her again. She didn't yell or make a scene, she just drew a boundary. Honestly, I get it. It was a once-in-a-lifetime day, and she'd leaned on me for years, and I bailed. I still feel guilty about it. My friend and I still talk regularly. Nothing inappropriate, we're just close, always have been. Recently, my wife asked if there was any chance my friend would forgive her. I told her the truth, no. That ship sailed. My wife got sort of quiet and looked sad and hasn't brought it up again, but I wonder if I was too blunt. AITA for not giving my wife hope and just telling her forgiveness probably isn't happening?
Relevant comments. I sip purple. Asking out of genuine curiosity. How is this going to work? Is your bestie gonna skip all life milestones and celebrations on your end? Or is it expected that she will be there and your wife is uncomfortable? Is it safe to assume your bestie isn't involved in your child's life? I'm just trying to fully understand the situation. Thivithatis poison. TBH, I think this is your fault. Sometimes friends can't make it to weddings no matter how close. But you definitely showed that this was your wife's fault and not your family decision to support your wife during a hard time. Your friend didn't need to know that your wife was feeling jealous and insecure, and that's the reason you couldn't go. The reason you couldn't go was you had to be there for your family. TBH, you painted your wife as the bad guy. You and your wife should have figured out how to have you go, whether that be a friend stay with her or you take pictures. Or whatever other compromise. But your friend shouldn't have been aware that this was your wife's fault. But you didn't seem afraid to throw your wife under the bus. But you chose your wife on the wedding day. This tells me you weren't a good partner. Sure, you didn't go to appease your wife. But communicating that to your friend isn't being a good husband. Being a grown-up means making hard decisions. Not just choosing your wife and painting her as the bad guy when things don't go your way. NTA for what you're asking, but you're not a supportive partner or friend. Being a good friend would also be showing her how important family is. Her wedding, her new family, is just as important in yours. A good friend would understand that and forgive. But because you painted your wife as the bad guy, now your friend does too. This is on you. Your wife even apologized because she knew in hindsight she was wrong. Your wife is more adult than you and your friend.
Update. Wow, I didn't expect the sheer gravity of responses I got. Reading through everyone's perspectives really opened my eyes. A lot of you reminded me that my wife went through a really tough mental condition postpartum and, regardless of how much it hurt my friend, my wife doesn't deserve to be punished forever for it. So a couple of days ago, I had a long, honest talk with my friend. I told her that my wife and I are a package deal, and while I understood why she was so hurt and disappointed, my wife had already repented and apologized enough. I told her that if she truly valued our friendship, she needed to hash it out with my wife so we could all move forward. It was a really emotional conversation. My friend was very sad at first, and we talked a lot about the past and how things had changed. Eventually, she agreed. Later that day, she called my wife, apologized for holding the grudge, and accepted my wife's apology too, and they had a nice happy talk. My wife was honestly so relieved and happy, it felt like a huge weight was lifted. During my talk with my friend, she also said she really misses hanging out with me like we used to before all this marriage drama. She said she would accept the apology, but she just wants to spend more one-to-one time with me again. I accepted that, told her I appreciate her honesty, and assured her that I still value our friendship deeply. She seemed really happy about it. So yeah, that's probably my final update. My wife is happy, my friend has let go of the resentment, and I feel like I finally did right by both of them. Thank you all for your advice, it really helped me see what I needed to do.
Relevant comments. Arch_Fireheart. Okay, so from the previous post, it sounded like your wife was going through postpartum, dealing with a lot of insecurity and mental illness, and she needed you at her side. Meanwhile, there is this other woman that is not your wife that has tattoos related to your bond that is very close to you. It's kind of impossible for her not to feel a type of way about it deep down. Regardless of all that fact, your wife was going through some really horrible times birthing your kid. Are men this incapable of realizing the toll childbirth takes on the woman's body? Because in the first post, you literally sounded like you blame your wife as well and resented her for needing you to do your job as her partner. Still, she apologized to you and your friend, but your friend still held a grudge unnecessarily, might I add, because when it came to your wife, none of it was done maliciously. You had to basically give your friend an ultimatum in order to accept your wife's apology. You do realize she wasn't going to take that apology. If you didn't phrase it to her, she would also lose you, right? And it's proven when after all that she still requests to have only one-on-one time with you. Sir, you are a husband and a father. Like, are we reading the same thing? Where is the emotional maturity everybody's talking about with you? It literally took Reddit to push you to use your brain to realize as a married man and a father you should put your wife's and kid first. Your wife deserves better, cause what the hell is this? Just no. Good Queen Fluff and Chop. These are just two very codependent people who are refusing to grow up and realize they now have responsibilities outside of each other that come first. For OP it's his wife and child, and for the friend it should be her own husband. They need therapy yesterday to actually be able to have a normal friend relationship, but that's the thing with codependent people, they don't want to.